So welcome to Rockman X2, the Japanese version of Mega Man X2. I'm Arael, I use she, her pronouns, and I'm ready to take you into this game. I did not press start yet, I just missed it, there we go. The timeout on this main menu screen is so short. Anyway, I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1, go. So, welcome to X2. We're gonna go through the intro stage first. Pretty basic deal here. A little bit of lag reduction strats, and we need to sneak under some of these doors at the beginning. So we will do that after we blast through this guy, sneak under this door, charge shot. Whoop. There we go. Aw, dang. There we go. Got through that door just fine. Couple lemons there to shoot these guys. There we go. Skip this claw. Jump up to the ladder. Shoot this guy before he crushes us and lags the game. And then we want to have a full charge before we go into the CFO fight. We want to do that so that we have a good, so that we can get a good rhythm shooting him here. So we'll do charge shot, dash shot, charge shot, dash shot, charge shot. Charge shot, dash shot, charge shot, dash shot, charge shot. And that's the first boss. So, yeah, also, yes, RIP Green Biker Dude at the very beginning there. A classic meme for the ages. So I'm not as good at translating this game as Latho was for X1, but I can tell you these are the X-Hunters, these silhouettes here, and they're looking at X and they're planning on hunting him. That's kind of why they're called the... Well, I think actually the X-Hunters are 0 and X in this game, my bad, and the Counter-Hunters are what they are. So, we'll go into Sponge's stage first. He lives in this weather control facility, and so the mechanic for this stage is different types of weather. There's rain that pushes you backwards, and there's sun that makes stuff grow. So these sort of things right here will grow out because of the sun. Just run past those, and now we get pushed back by the rain, which will allow us to do that stump jump on the second try. It can be a bit of a reset point sometimes for folks. We'll skip this elevator entirely. That was a really good elevator skip, actually. Kill some more of these frog friends here. Get past that, shoot that guy. And we want to make sure that we don't lag the game too much, so we'll be killing some more of these guys up here, because there's several sprites. And that's... the more sprites on the screen, the slower the game goes. So, just a little bit of lag reduction. Climb some ladders, kill a bunch of... or several screwdriver guys there, and we'll be on to the Sponge fight already. So, Wire Sponge likes to do a little unhappy dance, and we're going to try to get him to not do it. He does it whenever he's at 10 health, unless if he's climbing up like that. So, whether or not he does this is entirely random, but there are ways to manipulate him to be nice to us. Please go up. Alright. Let's jump over him, see if we can get him to go up. There we go. Ah, dang. I missed the rhythm. And he's going to do the unhappy dance, which is great, because then you get to the unhappy dance. We do lose a couple seconds, but that's okay. He's already dead anyway. So yeah, some people in chat are talking about playing X as a kid. Mega Man X2 and X3 are actually very rare, especially X3. X3 copies run for about like $400, which is a fair amount. X2 can be pretty expensive. Rockman X2, however, is like $20 on eBay. So that's what I'm playing on, is a version of Rockman X2 that I got off of eBay. We'll go into Wheel Gator's stage, or Wheel Alligates in the Japanese version, and take out our wire weapon, which helps us go a little bit faster at the beginning there. And we'll use it up here for this little jump. So, whoop! So we can get Dr. Light's capsule that he left for us in the enemy's dinosaur tank. Come on. This is also a bit of a reset point. It's just pretty tight timing there, but we got it. Dr. Light comes out and says, hey, blah blah blah, here's a buster upgrade. So we hop in there and we get it. So this is any percent. Some people are asking about that in chat. But the any percent route is actually faster to get all the power-ups anyway than skipping them. Because it's faster to use the Shoryuken at the end of the game, which is similar to the Hadoken, which Lasso just used in X1. Just different pattern and slightly different mechanics, but pretty similar in it's just sort of like a secret Ultra weapon. A secret Ultra Capcom-themed weapon. We'll use that Triceratops there to cheese those spikes a little bit. Ride this elevator up. And charge our wires so we can claw across here. Shoot through that guy. We'll climb up this shaft without the elevator because it's just faster this way. Shoot that guy, go a little faster there, a little faster here, maybe. I missed it, actually. That's okay. Actually, I'm gonna farm for some weapon energy, because I did not plan this out very well, but that's okay. Come on, give me some weapon energy. Anybody? No? Okay, well, that's fine. We'll do what we can up here. I missed some back there too, which is kind of embarrassing, but that's okay. Alright. So we're gonna dash as soon as we can here, and we'll try to get the quick kill on Gator. Okay, we did pretty okay. We got 3 hits in before he went down. That's a 5-frame window. To get those repeating hits on him, and then he goes down if you wait more than those 5 frames, or if you don't hit him within those 5 frames, rather. So we'll just hide from him up there, charge a bit, shoot dash shots. Dash shots do 2 damage. I don't know if Lasso went over that. But there we go. We're through the Gator stage. Not the best. But definitely not the worst. Oh wow, Wallace Prime and Just Incredible. Huge shoutouts to Just Incredible, who made a pretty big. I had to close my chat, by the way, so sorry about that. Who made a tutorial for this game that I have referenced a lot in the learning of this game. I'm still nowhere near as good at this game as either he or Walrus Prime are, but huge shoutouts to that, super appreciated. I hope I get to meet you at AGDQ. So we'll move on to Flame Stag stage, and we're gonna ride the Rhino Beetle up here, instead of climbing up the side of the mountain, because we'll be doing plenty of climbing later on in the stage. Also some of the best music in the game. Jump up here, ride this fella up. Thank you so much, friend, and grab this E-Tank. Whoop. Whoop, dang. I tried. Missed that. Released a little bit too early. If you do it right, you can get a diagonal projectile to kill those guys for you, but that's okay. Sneak under that door, destroy it for the way out. Keep jumping, keep going, ride these French toast sticks, somebody called them once. A friend of mine in my chat, Marleezy, who I believe is also in the chat. Do a little bit of lagging there, whoops. And then this this climb, sometimes exactly this can happen. These flying squirrels really like to troll you. That's okay. Looks like I've got my rhythm back. And we're through it. So we want to go into this boss with a level 2 neon, which we already have, in this like level 2 charge here. And as soon as he jumps, I'll jump and I'll shoot it. That'll be our first hit on him. And then we'll wait for him to come back down. Shoot him again, shoot him again. Come on. Come on, thank you, Stag. Come on back down. Shoot him again. Now a little early there. And I'm trying to get dash shots on all of these, which can be a little bit tough if he's close to the side there like that. Wait, oh, I'm getting pile driven, but that's okay. Just one lemon and he's done. So we're through Stag. Next up we've got Centipede, who's got a very, very interesting boss fight. We'll get to that. We also have some really interesting movement through Centipede's stage as well. Start out with a burner. We'll shoot a couple lemons so that some enemies spawn off-screen on top of them. Pick up a heart tank and a knee tank. And then we fight a sword. So this game has a CX4 chip, enhancement chip, built into the cartridge, which allows it to generate some really rad looking... There we go. That's the lemons on top of that guy. Whoop! Messed that up. There we go. That's a lot safer. CX4 chip allows you to draw some pretty rad wireframes. It's used 3 places in the game. The final boss, the sword in this level, which we will see momentarily, and in the intro. You can make that jump without the without waiting for the box there, but I'll just wait for the box. A little bit easier, a little bit safer. Nice for marathon safety. Okay, so I got a number of hits in that time. I'm just gonna deboost through him there. There we go. You can only hurt him if you hit the hilt. But yes, so they increased the cartridge manufacturer price probably by several dollars to add the CX4 chip so that you could fight a wireframe sword in this level. But hey, I think it's pretty fun, and it adds an interesting amount of depth to it that X1 didn't have necessarily. Whoop. Come on now, there we go. Ran out of fire because I had to do a couple extra dashes earlier, but that's okay, and we don't need it for the boss, so that's nice. Got some health, just in case. Marathon safety and all that. Alright. Sweet. So, we'll try to get Centipede to do a particular move, or hope that he does a particular move, so that we can do a little dance, and... Yep, we got it. So this glitch makes it so that he will never... Come on, there we go. He will never move from this position. He will always keep doing that, and that piece of his tail will always continue spinning around. Just a bug in the game, but speedrunners have learned to use it to their advantage. Something about how the controller reads, or sorry, your controller inputs are read when he enters that particular move, and the pieces of his tail spin around and move to try to match your movement. And if you dash and then slide down the wall, you're doing special movements that are not related to how the controller is being pressed. And as such, it miscalculates, and it will put it into a, not a soft lock, but an irrecoverable state until you move around enough for it to rectify itself. Next we've got Crystal Snail. Luckily we have all of our fire back now, so we're going to use it pretty heavily in this stage. This stage is real fun to watch. It's real fun to play. We'll cheese that a little bit, use that little hover mechanic a little bit there. Jump out, shoot, wait a moment, shoot there, dash speed and burner speed, wait for this crystal, jump up here, burner out of there. Aw, dang. Let go of jump too quickly, so I died, but that's okay. We get to see that whole segment again. Well, part of that segment again. Actually, I'm gonna wait to let go of this until we're down here. Ah, dang. That's okay. I missed it, but we're back to where we were. Gonna dash through here, skip that mini-boss. Just a certain way, if you dash a particular way right there, the mini-boss just doesn't trigger for some reason. Go get that crystal first, so that whenever we go through there later, we don't have to wait for it to move. Go down here into the depths of the abyss to get a new power from Dr. Light. That will not help us at all in the speedrun, but we do need to be able to get the Shoryuken. This lets you scan different parts of the level. You'll see here, lets you do that. And find secrets in the game. But I already know most of the secrets of this game, so not terribly useful other than helping us get the Shoryuken later. We'll let go here and just burn her right through the boss staging area. And we're on to the snail fight. So we'll use our magnet mine on him after he stops spinning. He really does take a while to spin though, I don't know what that's all about. I think that might also be a CX4 enabled effect. But pretty much we use the magnet mine, blow his shell off of his back, and just keep him away from it. It's pretty mean, but I guess he was going to kill us if we don't do that, so it's okay. Next time I play the game, he'll have his shell back. So that's Crystal Snail. There is a faster strat to do that fight. I have attempted it, but it is still not very consistent for me to do. And as such, we will be moving on to Ostrich. So, Sonic Ostrig here lives in a desert base. And one of the things that I thought whenever I was little about this game is, this level is so cool because it has a bike. You get to ride the bike. Come on. There we go. It turns out the bike is a huge nuisance for speedrunners, because whether or not you can make this gap jump, or not gap jump, but you can jump this crevice up here is entirely lag dependent. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Aw, dang. Didn't shoot quite quickly enough. It's very specific rhythm back there, and we're just gonna go back and get the bike. Though now that I think of it, could have gotten through it anyway, but I would rather just keep my life. You can use the rushing burner ability to get through here. There we go. But you will fall on the spikes after you get the heart container, so rather not do that. Go in here and get air dash. Pretty much the coolest movement addition to this game, and also allows us to do a couple of other interesting speedrun tricks. Most notably, the neon jumps. So a neon jump is when you fire a charged shot while you are air dashing. The game thinks that X is on the ground for that particular frame, so if you shoot and jump on the same frame, you get an extra double jump that was not intended by the developers. You'll see a fair number of these throughout the run. First one will, I believe, be in the next level. Actually, first one will be a double neon, where you triple jump by using 2 neon charges. Also, we're using Crystal against Ostrich. This is normal, weakness, and you know, his developer intended weakness, and really just sort of makes that fight a breeze. There is a slight speedrun strat there where you can shoot him again during his iframes, not unlike Gator. Different timing, but and much more generous timing for that matter, but a little bit different. So we'll wait for that guy to teleport out, and go into Bubble Crab stage. Bubbly Crablos. So, oh geez, yikes. I hit my headphone cable. So, first thing we're gonna do is kill this submarine at the very beginning of the stage. Just barely missed the window to get between those enemies there. Can't move for a second. Just waiting for this guy to come out. Gonna kill him. And then we're gonna charge again. We're gonna do 1, 2 neons. So that's a double frame perfect trick. You do get to choose the timing, so it's not as impressive as many frame perfect tricks, but it is technically frame perfect. Now we'll go over here. Aw dang, I missed that one a little bit, so one more. There we go. Get this E-tank, jump on the edge of that water. That'll be an important mechanic later on in CH2. Scoot through there, scoot under this door, drain the water, and hopefully get the correct timing up here. So if you do it just right, you can jump through all these enemies and their projectiles, and I have done it just right. So I want to go in here. I'm going to use the saw blades here from Wheel Gator against Bubble Crab. And we can sort of just face tank him. Once he gets hit, he'll walk right towards us, but he won't walk past us. So as long as we just sit here and let him walk towards us, he'll just stand on our saw blades. Just a little bit ill-advised, but hey, whatever. And that's it. So we have one more stage. We have Morph Moth. He lives in a dump, or in a junkyard rather, and there are some pretty annoying bugs in that stage that will try to take over X's body. Hopefully we won't get touched by any of them. Also, some more fancy burner movement at the very beginning, but we won't use too much burner so that I end up having enough to fight the boss, because fire is a moth's natural weakness. Seems pretty sensible, honestly. There we go, thank you. There we go. Yeah! Go down here, grab our last power-up, the armor power-up in Morph Moth's stage. This will do several things. One, it'll let us take a little bit less damage. Two, it'll let us use the Giga Crush, which we do not use in the speedrun at all, but does look pretty rad. And it'll also let us use less energy, less weapon energy throughout the rest of the run, which is pretty nice. Do a couple slope jumps here. I don't know if Lasso explained those. not quite significant enough to talk about at length right now, but we'll switch a couple more weapons in a second here and use a charged saw to kill this sort of junkyard robot that bug just took over. And kill the bug that took over him. And here's the first bug that can take me over. He got me, but I damage boosted off of that enemy so that he would get off my head. If you take damage, the bugs get off your head, which is a pretty nice thing for them to do. They're just annoying enough, but I guess they're not all bad. Luckily, we get to do some weapon switches up here, get in position, shoot this guy, same deal as before. Ah, dang. Let me use cutter, please. Thank you. Jump through some of these folks. There are strats to make that a little bit faster back there, but haven't learned them quite yet. However, I do know the quick kill for Moth, which is nice. So we'll do charge shot, normal shot, charge shot, come on, let me hit you. There we go. We'll wait till that goes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come closer, please. Thank you. There we go. So those are the 8 Mavericks for this game. Next we'll move on to the Counter Hunter stage. Or stages, rather. First we will fight Violin. He's a big monkey, and he... No, I guess he's... I don't know. He seems like an ape type thing, but he's just sort of like a big mean robot. He's very weak to the bubble power from Bubble Crab, so that'll be good. We have that, and I mean, seems pretty sensible. Robots generally do not like soapy water, in my experience. Damage boost off that screwdriver there, and cheese all these spikes. Whoop! Meant to use this to kill that guy. Got him. Dang. There we go. A little bit laggy there. Definitely not optimal, but didn't get crushed, so that's pretty cool. Dang. Air dash over this guy. Well, he's just gonna be rude to us, I guess, so that's okay. Get some more junk going on here. Throw that. Using Sonic Slicer there makes a little bit more sense, but it's a little bit more... just more used to using Muff at the moment, so that is okay. And we'll get out some bubbles here. And the Moth weapon is going to troll me some more, but that's okay. And we'll just stand right next to him, make a little bubble shield, and see who dies first. It was him. He's a very angry man, but now he is gone. He's a very angry and bad guy. So moving on to Counter Hunter Stage 2, at the very beginning I'm gonna have a little bit of quiet time so that I can hopefully make the Counter Hunter CH2 elevator skip, where you sneak underneath one of the elevators, between the elevator and some spikes, and jump on the edge of the water, and you jump right out. Whoop, dang. There we go. There we go. So we'll sneak under these two. Ah, I missed it. Okay, I'm gonna give it another shot. I'm gonna reset the elevator timers, and I'm gonna give it another shot. I really want you guys to see this. It's super cool. So I'm gonna wait for the elevator to be halfway off screen. You can do it a little bit sooner than that, but I like to wait for it to be a little bit off screen. This game is super punishing. Any minor mistake and you pretty much lose like 30 seconds or so, so. Halfway off? Oh well. I did the sneak, I did not do it quickly enough to get the elevator skip. Sorry about that, y'all. Real neat strat. Look up Justin Incredible's video about it. That, as well as a bunch of save state practicing on emulator and a bunch of other stuff, is what sort of helped me learn it. And I did get it every time in practice, so a little upset I didn't get it in the marathon, but that's okay. So we'll use Moth's junk weapon against these here. Suit Serges, who is actually Dr. Wily, or at least it's heavily implied in the Japanese text that this guy is Dr. Wily, which seems pretty legit. I mean, he's got spiky hair, he rides a big mean robot. Says something like, "Oh no, not again," or something like that in Japanese. He does not say this in the English one. These, if you are not standing where I'm standing right now, this boss fight is pretty much impossible. And even then, it's pretty hard. We got through it though, which is good because that last projectile would have hit me otherwise. So, yeah, on to Counter Hunter 3. We will get the Shoryuken, the Dragon Punch from Street Fighter 2, sort of a Easter egg in the game, and then we can use that to beat the bosses again in the refights. So, and there will be some more neons, some more neon-y goodness. Whoop. Sneak through here, kill that guy. Aw, that's rude. I've got 3 of them on my head right now. That's not cool at all. There we go. Each one of them will randomly either make you shoot, dash, or jump. It'll just spam that button until it gets off your head, so it can be pretty annoying if you're trying to go fast, because, like, say you want to go down a ladder, and you can't go down the ladder because you're just jumping all the time. Another neon there. Switch to burner here. Whoop. Whoa, okay. Give me some health, maybe, please? That would be rad. Some health. Anybody want to give me some health? Alright, we need to get full health before we... Whoops, that's not what I meant to press at all. But it did work, sort of. Well, we'll see if it worked. Guess we did get to see the Giga Crush, huh? There we go. To do some more neons. Missed it the first time, got the second one. And we get the Shoryuken. In English he says, "I'm not worthy. I'm not worthy." So this means that we've gotten all of the power-ups in the game, and we are at full health, and we get to do this, which does 16 damage on the first hit. I'm gonna get ready to go through here. It's gonna be a bit of a risky strat sometimes, but I've found it to be pretty nice. We will cancel out of bubble. And... whoop. There we go. 16 damage on the first frame, and then 8 damage while the enemy is in iframes, so invincibility frames. So you can whiff it, and it would be very bad because if you mess it up, you fall on these spikes right here. Luckily we killed the boss, so we are then invincible. A semi-intended strat by the developers. So, for marathon safety, whoop, that's what I wanted. For marathon safety, we're gonna fill up our sub-tanks real quick before we go into the refights, because we want to be able to get shoryukens on all of them. We don't want to lose the run this late into the game. So a little bit of a rehash here, a little bit of a revisit. Kill that. Run there. Wait for this door to open. Go into this secret room and refill our sub-tanks. And one more. Cool, so, on to the refights. We're going to try to land a shoryuken on each one of these bosses, and they each kind of have a different little dance that you need to do. So I'm going to start with this, with the least risky one, which is Stag. We'll do a shoryuken to the left, and hopefully hit him as soon as he jumps. Again. Missed him, but that's okay. Ah, so close. Got him on the second one. That's what I was talking about, how you can miss just barely with the shoryuken. Could be a little troublesome, but we got it and we're still at full health. You can only use the shoryuken at full health, so that's going to be pretty crucial throughout this bit. Next we'll go to Sponge and hope that he goes up. If he doesn't go up, you can do it, but this is best for him to go up. Aw, dang. And that's why we have sub-tanks. Not even going to try to shoryuken through that. He's just going to swing his vine around there. Ah, dang. I'm going to wait for him to... there we go. Ah. Doing shoryukens to the left is pretty hard. Come on. He heard me say that, and now he's just going to do this, so I'm just going to kill him the old-fashioned way. Hopefully we can at least get the enrage skip this time around. Just absent-mindedly went for it anyway. So we get to see his unhappy dance one more time. It is quite a good dance. Not if you're a speedrunner, but in pretty much every other case it's pretty silly, so... there we go. So... we'll grab some health. Before we head into the next one, which is Morph Moth, which is a pretty easy double or two shoryuken fight, because he has 2 stages, and of course we got hit there. So we want to stand over here, wait a second and a half after his shell drops, and we are done with Moth. I'm gonna fill up my sub-tank a little bit again. Seems to be proving to be useful right now. And we'll go and fight Ostrich. We want to jump onto the right side of him, and then Shoryuken to the left. A left Shoryuken that I'm actually good at. Next we've got Centipede, who will hopefully be nice and not throw shurikens. Yes, he did that. Another left shuriken while he was doing the tailspin move. And we're good. So we've got Crab. Whoever this is, I don't even remember. Yes, Snail. Okay. I like to use Magnet Mine on Snail, and you'll see how this goes. Sort of Magnet Mine, weapon cancel. Aw, dang. Ah, dang. Almost. There we go. Wow, right as he gets into the shell, huh? I'm actually pretty proud of that one. I'm okay with that. Not optimal, but very fun. Let's see. We want to get Crab. Now, Crab can be a little bit risky. Got some spikes on the top there, and those are a one-hit kill to X. And we need to jump over him so that he does that. Come on. Let's do it again. There we go. Ah, dang. I'm just gonna do this the old-fashioned way, so that I don't waste my other sub-tank. There we go. And we have one more, and that's Gator. And Gator's probably my least favorite Shoryuken fight of all. Well, but if we mess it up too bad, that'll be okay, because we... Yeah, there we go. It doesn't matter if we lose health at this point, so we don't have any more Shoryukens to do. I'm just gonna let him go down. He likes to do that. Just do some neons just for sillies. Jump up. Come on. There we go. Got one of them. Oh no, not that bad. So yeah, from here it's just the whoop, too early on the button press. It's the final Counter Hunter stage. So we'll fight Zero and Sigma, and then the Sigma virus itself. Gonna refill just real quick again, so that if you die too hard, whoop. Yeah, it's a pretty tight timing to get through that gap there. If you don't have sub-tanks going into here, it can be really risky. I would do it absolutely if I was, you know, grinding for a PB. But I'd rather just have 4 sub-tanks going in so we can get some real nice clean shurikens on Zero and Sigma and the Sigma virus. Now, the beginning of this stage is Centipede again, just pretty much the same, but we fight Zero where we fought the sword earlier. Ah, come on. we go. So we're back at full health. We are ready to shore you. And if you Shoryuken into this room, you can actually get up close, and X won't walk away. So he'll just sit there and fist bump 0 through this entire cutscene here. But I'm just gonna do. This is what I mean. It's nice to have a backup strat. So we'll shoot him. 0 always hides his face like this whenever you shoot him with 11. And what? This is why we went back for sub-tanks, y'all. So we land 2 Shoryukens on him. He tells us, "Oh, I'm so sorry that I got reprogrammed by Sigma, so I'm gonna go kill the main computer. You go kill Sigma. He's down there." And then he runs away. Can't follow him. But we can fall down into this pit, into this inescapable room, where we will now fight Sigma, who for some reason looks a lot like Wolverine. Oh, okay. Now he looks a lot like Wolverine. See, I landed the Shoryuken on him, and I still didn't quite get it. So I had to do another. Oh well. Just more good dragon punches for y'all. And now it's frame perfect to get a, I believe it's frame perfect, to get a single hit kill on the Sigma virus. And it's pretty tough. But oof. Hey, you gonna give me some health? Nice! Thank you so much, friend. So the Sigma virus just sort of spawns enemies at you, and get to enjoy some of this really nice wireframe action. Come on. Anybody want to drop me some health? Sigma's natural weakness is this. There we go. Almost. We'll just hit him until he's red, and then he'll spawn on top of us, and we can just dump right into his things there, and that is time. Let me stop time. There we go. So yeah, a little bit overestimate, but thank you so much for attending my run, and enjoy the rest of the marathon. Definitely make sure to tune in for X3 by Trogdor coming up next. And thank you to Lasso for doing the X1 run, and I will see you all in chat in just a moment. Thank you so much.